Dum ba da 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 day. Dum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum ba day. Ba da dee dum ba dum ba da dum ba dum ba dum ba day. Da dum bum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum ba day. Da da dum bum bum bum. Ha ba dum bum ba day. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is fun. For some reason, I have always enjoyed humming. Anyway, hello, travelers of the internet! Welcome back to Guardian Studios, or if you're new to the channel, hey there and welcome to ya! My name is JGarner1 and I am your host, guide, and humble bard into the worlds virtual and fantastical, and I am very pleased to be able to welcome you all back to the channel, or in the case of newcomers, welcome you fresh to the Guardian Studios experience. Hello, Villager, Leo, and Ellison, our current members of the chat. Thank you all for showing up, and thank you, Leo, for posting the rules for me to pin. Always appreciate that, my dude. Always appreciate that. I just realized something. Did I put in the rail? Did I put in the water in this thing? I don't think I did. I think I may have skipped that. Then again, I might have been trying to see how this would work out. I have no idea what that is, but if it's a video game, I might take a look at it and see if it's something I can play on the channel. Depending on if I'm able to get it, that is. It's all going to depend on if I'm able to get it for the channel. If I can, great. If not, then, yeah. So yeah, I need to check and see for sure. Did I do the water? Yes, I did. Okay. Okay, so we did the water. Looks like we did it for all of them? Good. Good. Very good. Very good. That is actually a bit of a relief because I was seriously panicking on if I had managed to put the water in during the last session. I could not remember if I had done that or not. Good to know that I did. Good to know that I did. Alright, getting on track. Once again, hello everybody and welcome back to Guardian Studios. Well, thank you, Ellison. Thank you very, very much for being among those who immediately came to the stream. Can't tell you how much I appreciate that, my friend. I truly, truly do. So, for those of you who don't know what is going on, who were not with us during the previous session, I am currently working on a sugarcane farm. Admittedly, it's taking a little longer to build it than I would like, but I'm, as usual, trying to take my time, make sure that I do it right, and make sure that everything is going to work when we try to turn anything on. Now, admittedly, there is going to be a little bit of uncertainty in a couple of things. Even once we build the farm itself, I still have to find a way to make a hopper cart unloading machine to dump everything that the sugarcane farm produces into the into what will become the item transfer water system. That was not very technical at all, but it basically will be the water-based item chute that'll take them from down here to up there. Because I want to make sure that we have lots of storage, and I don't necessarily want to have to go up and down the whole darn farm, up and down in the whole darn basement, just to get our sugarcane or our cacti every single time. Besides, it also makes so that we can have a detour that sends some of the cactus off to being cooked into green dye. Oh no, is that right? Oh, that stinks. Among Us. I have seen videos of the hermits of Hermitcraft playing that game. I have seen and heard so much about Among Us. And some stuff that's actually kind of cool. And I'm just so curious. Okay, I'm going to remove that message, but thank you for telling me about that game, villager. I may look into it and double check if it's something that I would or would not play on the channel. Though, just from the sound of things, I'm skeptical that it's one that meets my requirements to play on the channel. Huh. Interesting. I may keep an eye out for that particular individual. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, I know what I'm doing. I need to craft up the components for the redstone circuitry for the sugarcane farm. I also need to try to remember how I have this aimed currently, actually, come to think of it. Aha, that's what I thought. Okay. That may have to change. Oh, shoot. Right. That's gonna be a potential mess. Okay. Temporarily moving that block so that we can get down to where we need to go. Yeah, this is going to be a little more difficult than I thought. Oh, well, that's cool, Ellison. Thank you for telling me about him. Hey, Ryan! Glad you can make it, my friend. Glad you can make it. I see, villager. I see. Again, glad you can make it, Ryan. Hope you are doing alright today. Hope you're... Oh. Okay. I did not think that through. Then again, I kind of needed that to do what it did. Urgh. Okay. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Oh! That's how I fix it. Simple. Very simple. Next time, Jay, think on that one. Think it through. Doofus. Okay. Wait a minute, that does not go there. Okay, so what I'm thinking of doing is we're going to need to put in another layer of this farm. I'm doing pretty good, Ryan. Thank you for asking. I'm doing pretty good, doing pretty alright. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, I am hitting a mental snag here. We are going to need to put in another layer of this. So it's going to be rails, sand and water, sugarcane, pistons, observers. Interesting, Ellison, interesting. So, we got our platform here. I want to make sure this will work. Rails. Sand and water. Sugarcane. Pistons. Observers. Yep, it'll work. It'll work. Okay, cool. That's what I needed to take a look at. That's what was making me uncertain. Alright, so we need to prepare the way for the rails to go up. Which is clearly going to be a little harder than I was hoping. Alright, need to go up here. Let's see here. Sweet. Okay, I got it. I got it set up. I can do this. I can set this up. It will be able to work. Oops. Okay. This is the point where things get a little less certain for me. I'm thinking powered rail there. Turn here. With the powered rail there. Yeah, based on what you described, Villager, I'm not too sure that it's one that will meet my can play on the channel standards. At least not this channel. I'd probably have to reserve it for if I ever do a channel for more mature games. Oh yeah, Sugar Craze. I chose that episode title because that's a play on sugar cane. Sugar Craze, Sugar Cane. I know, it's not exactly the most imaginative that I've ever heard, but I thought it worked pretty decently, so I threw it in there. Cool. I wasn't sure if that was, you know, I wasn't sure if it was necessarily the best title idea, but I'm glad to hear that people can get the joke in it, because it is kind of a joke. Whenever I do stream episode names that are a play on words, I just end up wondering if people actually fully get it, you know? That does not go in there. That goes in there. And then you can take that ingot back, and then we convert that to that, and make ourselves another lot of rails. And wait a minute, that's... Oh, right. I completely forgot. Minecart rails take 6 iron. Not a single bit more or less. I can't believe I forgot that. Oh well. So I'm gonna end up needing to make even more. Sure, Villager. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to send things like that, but I would spoiler them if they are. Do me a favor and spoiler them if you post any pictures of games. Spoiler them. And I say that partly to help avoid spoilers for anybody who hasn't played the game, who's playing the game and hasn't finished it or something. And also just in case the game turns out to be something that is not entirely family friendly. I need to look and see if I've got any gold here. Do I have any gold in this base among the treasures that I've collected yet? Okay, then definitely still pixelate it. Or not pixelate, spoiler it. If it's that kind of subject, definitely still definitely still spoiler it. What the flip? Oh. Oh, they got loose again. We may end up having to take a break from the project just to get these guys put away, because I am starting to get tired of these little dudes breaking off of their leads. It seems like every other time that I turn around, the allays pop off of their leads, and I don't understand how or why they do that. Then I would recommend you get some food, Ellison. Gotta make sure you eat and stay hydrated. This guy got nothing that I want. Seriously, do I have any gold around here? Or am I gonna have to I'm gonna have to go look for some, aren't I? I am going to have to go and find some gold. Brilliant! Just what I wanted to do. For anybody who didn't realize it, that was sarcasm. I did not want to have to leave the base until I had done the project. I want to get this sugarcane farm built so that I can move on to the next project. Because the next project is going to be the one that we need the sugarcane for. Villagers. Setting up a villager breeder, a villager trading hall. Yeah, the next bunch of projects in this area are going to be villager based. So, I would like to get the sugarcane farm done soon and move on. Begone, doofus! Stupid, Oh, villager, it has been a while since we've had you around here. I forgot you like to do those jokes about villagers. Alrighty, I'll take a look when I can. Okay, I'm going to break this gold down, so get out the fortune pick, and let's see what we got. Let's see what we can get. Wow, from 11 we got 30. That's almost triple our profit. That's almost triple of the number of ores. Whee! That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't need this iron ore on me, though. Alright. Does one of these things have any fuel? No. Okay. Well, that's okay. I can split it up. Split up some of the charcoal that I've got left. And pop this stuff in. Thank you very much, villager. Thank you very much. Alright, I am thinking that we might need some more regular rails too, though. So, thankfully we got that in the ender chest. Let me just go run to one. Give me that. Those dogs. That's so cool. Pop that together and pop this back in here for the time being. Grab some gold. We don't need all the gold that we got, but we do need some for some powered rails. And now we go back downstairs and get back to work. Pop that there. There we go. Okay, that's good. And then, yeah, that should do it on that part. Shouldn't interfere with any of the circuitry. No, I'm just somebody who has never cared for the idea of cussing. I have never cared for the idea of cussing, ever. So I don't do it. Absolutamente never. I have never and never intend to say anything foul like that. I went and did it again. How in the world do I survive in Minecraft? I have no freaking clue. See? See what I did there? Seriously though, how in the world am I surviving in this game? I did not mean to make that water flow again. Sometimes I worry about myself. Because sometimes I do the silliest, stupid things, and I have to groan at myself because I can't help but wonder, how am I even alive when I pull such stupid moves in half of the things I do in this game? How have I made it past the 1,000 day mark? while dealing with my own... But you know what? When I go to ask myself those questions, I end up remembering it's because I've been playing the game for a while. And though I still do silly, stupid things every now and then, I truly believe that I have learned a good deal about how to play this game, and can do it at least decently well. Alright. So I got 3 blocks wide space to work with here. Because I'm going to be setting up a machine that I'm hoping will empty out the minecart of all sugarcane before sending it back on its way. Now, once upon a time I knew how to make such a machine. Once upon a time I knew a design for such a machine, and it was very simple. But sometime back I tried to make the same machine for a sugarcane farm, and it did not work. And I have never been able to figure out why it didn't work. I don't even know if it's possible to know why it didn't work. I'm also starting to realize just how bad this farm is in terms of production rate because of how we have it set up. I mean, look at this cactus farm. The more I've thought about it, the more I've realized we probably have the cacti in the worst possible arrangement. And I'm not talking about these fence gates. Those are probably the smartest move I made. No, I'm talking about how tightly packed the layers are vertically. I'm thinking I needed to move each layer down by 1 in order to make it work. So, like, makes it that there's air above where the cacti will grow up to and then break, so that they have room for the cacti to pop up and then drop, instead of them just boom, hitting the top and then dropping immediately back onto the cactus they sprouted from. Because that's probably what's happened. Ooh, fish sticks. I haven't actually had fish sticks in years. But once upon a time, they were a staple for me. They were like a consistent fallback food. If I was hungry and I wasn't sure what else there was, if I had permiso, I would make fish sticks. And you know what? In hindsight, they were good. They were good. I mean, they were never my favorite. My favorite would always be some kind of pizza, but fish sticks were good. Alright. I want to go ahead and get this layer of the farm operational. I want to make so that it will work. So we need to get some more iron, craft up some pistons, and then we need to craft up a bunch of observers, which means we need quartz. A good amount of quartz. That should be plenty, right there. And there's a little bit of gold here. Of course. Of course, it's not enough to be able to do what we were going to need it for, so no big loss there. Grab a bunch of that, and let's see here. I need way more observers than that. Having never had the latter villager, I couldn't possibly give you an answer. I could not possibly give you an answer for that one. Convert these to iron ingots. And then we need wood. A bunch of wood. Well, that's most of the pistons that we needed. But we do need some more. Let's see. I need more wood. Pop that out of there. Convert all those. There we go. That'll do. That will be plenty. That'll be plenty for our work. Alright. Redstone. Pistons. Observers. And if we move this, we can go grab some sugarcane and put it in place in the lower half of the farm. Ow. There we go. Okay, that'll do on that side for the moment. Gonna put this stair block back. And now we break that and put in the sugarcane. Now, if nothing else, we have this part of the farm fully operational. Except, apparently, for one block of water that I forgot to put back in place. There we go. Problem solved. Now, I've already said before, this is not a lossless... Well, actually, no, I said that about the cactus farm. The cactus farm is most definitely not a lossless farm. But the sugarcane farm is not going to be lossless either. Just take a look. See? We are probably going to lose some sugarcane on these blocks here. But there's nothing I can do about it. Absolutely nothing I can do about it. Unless... Wait a minute. I want to run a quick experiment. Just for the sake of being thorough. If I put observer and a piston. Piston there, observer here. And I do that. Diddly. I would need to have redstone dust at one or both positions. Yep. One position or the other would have to have redstone. Okay, that's what I thought. I feel better now. So yeah, farm cannot be truly lossless. If it could, I would make it so. But it cannot be made truly lossless. That's cool, Ellison. That's cool. Hope that means we're both awesome. Alright, so that's one half of the sugarcane farm fully built and put in place. Still a little bit of work to do. Still a bit of work to do. Lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. Okay, what do I need to do here? What do I need to do here? I need, as was said, some lights. So, I'm thinking we need to go to the Nether and get some, oh, what is that stuff called? Glowstone. We need to get some glowstone. And I say that because that's the most easily acquired and most readily available light source block that we can find. That won't further interfere with the construction of the farm. You know, I really wish I could change what the Totem of Undying looks like. Make it so that the model is not as big as it is. That way it's not taking up so much of the left side of my screen. Because honestly, that bugs me. Nice! That's cool, Ellison. I think. I'm okay. I'm okay. Just a little water went down the wrong tube. I was taking a sip of water. Sometimes when you do, you'll get a drop or two go down the wrong tube, and it causes some serious coughing fits. Haha, really funny, villager. Ow. Oh, that hurt. Alright, that should do. That should be enough. Yeah, I figured that was kind of what you were saying, villager. Yes, I'm okay. Again, just a little water down the wrong tube. I'll be fine. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, right. I keep forgetting this thing puts me in the wrong place. One day I will learn how to fix that, and then we will fix that portal, and we will have an actual access point into the Nether. I was not, in fact, running on sand at light speed. It's a weird effect that happens when you're going through the Nether portal. For some reason, it plays the sound of you walking on whatever's closest at hand to the portal when you exit the Nether. It does the same thing when you're going into the Nether through a portal, and plays the walking sound of whatever block you are closest to when you exit the portal. So it usually ends up doing like the sound of stamping on stone. So, the new dog sounds are part of giving dogs more personality, giving the wolves and dogs more personality to go along with the new skins. Because if you haven't noticed, wolves have a variety of skins that they can have now. To partner up with that, Mojang ended up giving them different personalities that they can have that will change how they sound depending on which personality they get. It's actually a really interesting idea. And then the grass in the desert, that came out with the most recent updates. And probably has to do with how there are, in fact, some weak and like burnt, like crispy, almost, grasses to be found in the desert. I would put... You know what? I want to try something. If I do that, and then put this here. Okay. That answered my question. That fixes my little conundrum. I have no idea, villager. I have no idea. Hey, she got fish sticks. And suddenly I am getting hungry. No, seriously, I am, in fact, getting a little hungry now. Nice. Yeah. Crunchy is definitely the preferred way to have something like that. When you're gonna have something like fish sticks, you have them crispy. Crispy. Extra crispy. Why is that, Ellison? Why do you think that? Out of curiosity? Are you phasing again? Oh no! Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. There's a mouse in her house, and it ain't the one that giggles. How? How did that happen? Nope. But if it sounded like one, then hey, cool. I said something that sounded like a nursery rhyme. Yahoo! That's actually kind of cool. Alright, Ellison. Is the stream lagging a bit? Oh, I really hope not. If the stream's lagging, then that's a bad sign. Just 2 more buckets. And now that part's done. Now I just need to make the pistons and the observers for this section. So give me that quartz. Give me some iron. Craft up a little more redstone. Going up. Need 24 pistons. Which means I need a bunch of cobblestone. Hang on. There we go. Now I should be able to craft the pistons. That is not nearly enough. And I see what's holding me back. Wood. Nice. I have so many allays because I kept using them for picking up items and such while I was running around making the rail line from Winter Harbor out here to Oasis Desert. Or to the Oasis Desert base. Thank you, Ellison. Thank you very much. Appreciate the compliment. Boing. Ow. Going up. Alright, it's time to put in 2 layers of stone brick. here, and then a third. So actually I need more stuff. What in the world are you talking about, villager? Yeah, it would seem so. It would seem that he does. Confusion, thy name is a villager. Bum 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 bum. Boing! Bop. Alright. Redstone dust? Yes. Redstone dust. Okay, villager, I'm starting to get a little concerned about you, my friend. Are you okay? Excellent! Hee-hee! We got it! The only thing left is glowstone and sugarcane. Going up, sir. Da 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 da. Huh. Interesting, villager. I am putting some finishing touches on the main portion of our sugarcane farm. Now I just need to close it up with some glass and put in the minecart. Or hopper cart. But before I put in the hopper cart, I need to set up a storage system. I need to set up a way to get the hopper cart emptied of all its contents as it goes. So, get some of this stuff in my inventory moved around. Get it emptied a little bit. Move some redstone around. Now, I need to make a hopper cart unloader. Basically a machine that will empty the hopper cart of all its contents and put them into storage of some kind. Yeah, I had a feeling. Figured while I was at it, I might as well step over to the cactus farm and see if it got any cacti in it. Yeah, at some point I may... Before I get too far along, I may have to lower that one down a peg, lower that one down a peg, and then lower this one down a bit, too. It'll make things a little more complicated, but it'll make it so I can maintain... It'll make it so I can ensure that I get all the cactus out of that farm that I possibly can. Again, not a lossless farm, but it will get me a good amount. Alright. Unfortunately, I think we're going to have a part 3 to this farm. At which point we will also work on moving this farm around and adjusting things so that we can set up a storage system that the two can share somehow. But for right now, I'm going to go through... Okay. Not picking up any sugarcane. That's good. Means the farm is working, but not already producing, which is a benefit, because I don't want to lose too much sugarcane in the process of building this thing. But yeah, I think we're going to have to call it here, because I need to look into redstone mechanisms that can be used to empty the hopper cart that we'll have for the sugarcane farm's item output. But for the time being, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you, everyone, so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, please be sure to leave likes and comments. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Check out the About page for links to other pages with more content from yours truly, as well as other ways to help support the channel. Share the channel with your friends who think they might enjoy the content, and of course, make sure to smack that notification bell so that you are alerted when it's time for the next stream or video. Until next time, everyone, I am JGuard01, your guide, bard, and humble host into the world's virtual and fantastical. And I'll see y'all next time, right here on Guardian Studios. Bye!